In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what Powerchart Touch can do. Having logged in, you'll usually be on the scheduling screen. If I had any clinic appointments or cases for theatre day, these would be listed here. If you want to see a different schedule, click on the small grid at the top left of the screen and you can edit the schedules available. If we now look at the bottom of the screen and go to patient list, you'll see displayed here the available lists that you've already set up in the desktop version of Powerchart. To view one of your lists, simply highlight the list, click Save, and you'll see a list of those patients. For this demonstration, I've got a test patient on my list. If your patient is an inpatient and your team are using the iPaaS handover tool, then clicking on the I will show you a summary of the information in iPaaS. Essentially, the illness severity, the patient summary, pending actions, and situational awareness and planning. Any of these sections can be edited, including signing off actions or adding new actions. If you do make any changes, don't forget to save. Closing this will return us to the list screen. To go into the patient record to review the chart, simply highlight the patient and you'll see the review screen. Clicking the icon on the left will show you all the sections of the patient record just as you have on the desktop. You won't be able to change the order of these, but selecting one will take you straight to that section of the notes. If we now scroll through the notes, you'll be able to see what's available, presenting complaint, documents. This will default to show you the last 4 clinician documents. You can view more or toggle the filters by selecting the icon next to documents, just as you would on the desktop to show you more notes. Continuing down, if there are observations in the last 24 hours, they will be presented here. Clicking on a particular observation will show you further back in time. The colours used to highlight abnormal results correspond exactly with those used on the desktop version. There's a graphical representation of fluid balance. Again, clicking on a particular column will allow you to drill down and see more detail about that period's fluid balance. The problem list can be viewed. New problems can be added by clicking plus, and existing problems can be modified and edited simply by clicking on the problem. Allergies, these can be viewed but not modified or added to from the app. This will need to be done on the desktop. Future and previous visits are listed. Relevant laboratory results and diagnostics. We also have something called Media Gallery. Any clinical photographs taken can be viewed here, and clicking on the camera icon will allow you, with patient consent of course, to take appropriate clinical photographs and store these in the record. Any photographs should be stored as mobile capture. Do not save photographs as person photos, as these will be shown next to the patient demographics in the banner bar of the record. If available, you can also view immunisations, social history, family history, procedure history, and if you wish, you can begin to start your documentation. One word of warning: if you do document in these sections, then when you move to create your document, you'll need to make sure you select a template that contains all these sections. In particular, take care with HPI, or what we know as History of Presenting Complaint, as this field does not appear in all our document templates. Save any data you enter, but you won't have created a note as such until you go to the document section. To do this, click on the 2 lines above Review and select Document. Then select the template you wish to use. You'll notice you have favourites. These have been already set on the desktop. If you want to use another one, clicking All will give you the full range of templates. We also have a free text note which, as the name suggests, generates a free text note. This would be the equivalent of opening a clinical note on the desktop version. Any field where you can enter text, simply click on the field and either type in the text you wish or click on the red microphone to dictate what you'd like to say. Don't forget to switch off the microphone when you've finished dictating. If you save changes, then your document will appear on the desktop version as work in progress and only you will be able to view it. If you sign the document, it will be completed and will be viewable not just in the app but on the desktop to any other users. Finally, click on the two grey lines again. The third thing we can do in the app is ordering. The first screen shows you what has already been ordered for this patient. We can see I've actually got 2 orders waiting to be signed. That's the blood test. If you want to add further orders, click the square with the arrow going up on the left, followed by new order. Search for the order I want, or I can have access to my favourites folders. Or one thing the app does that the desktop does not do is that as you order in Powerchart Touch, it will remember your frequent orders and present these in a list to you. At the current time, you cannot order any drugs, nor power plans, multiple order sets, etc. It can be useful for ordering 1 or 2 tests, but if you have a lot of orders to do, I would generally recommend you use the desktop version. Back to our starting screen. Final option we have at the bottom of the screen is search. And as you'd expect, this enables me to search for a patient either using their name or their MRN. Just as on the desktop, once you've found your patient, be careful to select the appropriate encounter. If you need to log out of the app, click Settings and Log Out.